Hello everyone and welcome back. Welcome to another crafty decor adventure. Olivia or Olivia's romantic home. And in today's video, I am so excited to share with you guys another episode in my I Love Spring series. I'll be sharing with you guys some DIY, Dollar Tree, and budget-friendly decor crafts. And don't forget to pop over to my Olivia's Romantic Home Facebook page. We are having so much fun over there crafting and decorating. I even have created a free little group page for you guys to share photos of your home decor and DIY projects. So I know you guys are here for the crafting and decorating. Without further ado, let's go ahead and plug in those glue guns. Get out your glitter and paint, and let's get to crafting. For this Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with you guys a super adorable little garden gate decor craft. So this is going to take one of those little Dollar Tree wooden kind of trays. You get this in the Crafter's Square section, and I'm just going to paint it this pretty kind of springtime green. I found this at Walmart. And so I'm just going to go ahead and paint this. And then what I want to do is I want to add the little mini garden tool to the back of it, and then place the Meet Me at the Garden Gate sign in the front and decorate it with some of these cute little clay pots. Now, quick little question for you guys. I would love to know what your favorite spring decorating color is going to be this season. Do you gravitate towards all of the pastels, or do you love greens, purples, yellows, blues, pinks? Drop a comment down below and let me know. That's going to be the secret question for our video. Yes, I'm going to bring back those secret questions. So then once I had that done, I also decided to color coordinate the handle of my little mini garden tool here. And this garden tool is from Dollar Tree. In fact, all of the goodies that we're going to use in this project are from Dollar Tree. So this is just a fun little way you guys can create a decor piece on a budget and kind of set it up like it's like a little scene. In fact, I was going to add some little garden critters to this, but I completely forgot. So what I want to do is just hot glue the base of my garden tool and pop that on, and then add a dab of hot glue to the back of my garden tool. And then add this cute little sign that says Meet Me at the Garden Gate, and then pop in these clay pots. These are just some mini clay pots from Dollar Tree. And then I'm adding in this cute little bunny. This bunny actually came off of another Dollar Tree sign that I had used on a different project, and it's just kind of floating around in my craft stash. So I'm just going to pop that onto the back of this, and I just thought this was such a fun idea. I added some of this little faux moss stones to my clay pots, and this is where I love really getting creative, and where I really think you could get creative with your kiddos and grandkids if they wanted to join in on this project. You could add some little fairy garden critters. I'm adding some little flowers. Again, these were just in my craft stash, but just have fun with it. I think I have like some of those little miniature Dollar Tree fairy garden frogs that I had wanted to add in, and they must have been floating around. I just completely forgot about it, but I'm going to go back and add those. I just thought that this was so cute. And you see little goodies like this, at boutiques and home decor stores, and you guys can customize this with pretty much any sign. And the little sign also came from Dollar Tree. It was like in their garden section. So I just thought that was really fun. And of course, you guys know me. It's not one of my creations without a bow, so I just took some ribbon, looped it over on itself, and hot glued a bow to the back to kind of match in with the greens. And voila, you have a fabulous little garden gate project on a budget. For this Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with you guys how to make a super adorable little Dollar Tree clay pot gnome. Okay, so I saw this on Pinterest, and I needed 3 clay pots, and they each need to be a little bit smaller than the other one. But Dollar Tree carries these plastic ones, and so I feel like this was okay to use. You're going to paint over it anyway, or at least I am for mine. You don't have to necessarily do that. And this was all that I had on hand, and I didn't really want to just run to the craft store just for 1 clay pot. But just to let you guys know, when you do this project, you want 3 clay pots, and they need to be, each one needs to be a little bit smaller than the other one. So they need to be able to kind of like gently stack, but also mesh with each one. And so the other 2 clay pots that I'm painting pink are going to be the gnome's hats, or the gnome's hat. So you put 2 of the little pots together, and these 2 are from Dollar Tree, and the other one is from Dollar Tree as well. It's just a plastic pot and not a clay one. So then I'm also adding hot glue to the base of this, and then I'm going to pop that on to the other pot, and I think these would be such a fun project to do with your kiddos or grandkids. And then here's your little gnome beard. You just paint it on with some white paint, super easy peasy. Now this isn't going to be the most professional looking gnome or craft by any means, and my green paint was even still a little bit wet, so I'm trying to get this all done in one day for you guys, to get this out there for you. But you guys get the drift, and you can tell I have allergies going on right now, and I actually didn't wear any makeup today. So anyway, there's that. So I'm just painting the little white beard, and you guys have options for the nose. You can do like a little button nose, you can do a wooden bead nose, you could really do any little gnome nose that suits your fancy. But I just thought this was so cute when I saw this idea. I definitely knew I had to recreate it. And you could also just, use that bearded stuff that you can get at Michael's. It looks like it comes in a little sheet, and it's just like fur beard stuff. That would work too. But hey, I had all of this on hand, which I know you guys might as well. And then I just added a cute little bead for the nose, and boom, I have a fun little clay pot gnome. Oh my goodness, you guys, I thought this was so fun, especially too because it was so easy. I kind of love those easy crafts. So fun and fabulous on a budget. For this next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with you guys how to make a super cute little jumbo cross. So I'm going to take 3 of these larger long Dollar Tree signs, and I am going to take and use some E6000 glue and also some hot glue. The E6000 glue will have a super bonded hold. Actually, I think it's Gorilla Glue this time. And I do have gloves on so it doesn't get on my fingers. And then the hot glue will just have like a temporary hold that will keep it from sliding around. I know a lot of people ask why I use 2 glues. Well, that's why. So we want that bonding glue, and then we want a little bit of hot glue. And I put the hot glue around the Gorilla Glue, because if you put it on top, it can kind of not stick as well. So anyway, that's the method to my madness there. So I'm going to glue that all together. And listen, I think these signs are totally adorable, but I want a jumbo cross for, this is actually going to go in my living room where all my family photos are. It's going to be for Easter, and I'll probably leave it up and redecorate the bow for multiple holidays. But I'm going to take some chalk paint, and this is just some white chalk paint I ordered off of Amazon, and I'm going to chalk paint the entire thing. So this did take 2 coats. I like this chalk paint. It's the Country Chic chalk paint from Amazon, but I will say the coverage isn't quite as thick as the Waverly chalk paint from Walmart. The only thing is the convenience of it popping up right to your door and that they have it in stock. My Walmart, for some reason, really has been a little bit inconsistent about having that Waverly chalk paint in stock that I like to have. So anyway, you can get a pretty good deal of this. You're going to hear Benji Bear barking in the background, my little puppy dog. And then the next thing I wanted to do was just add some pretty ribbon kind of draped across the front to give it that cross feeling that you would have, just like an Easter cross feeling. And I know a lot of you guys have asked for some resurrection crafts or Easter crafts, and so I've been doing quite a few of them on my channel. If you guys pop back into some of my videos, you might find them, but really choose any ribbon for this part. Now to my ribbon, I also wanted to add in some nautical rope, I guess just to give it a little bit of a rustic feel. I would have preferred to have been able to use burlap, but I didn't have any, so I just thought this was an extra little added touch. And really, you guys can customize your cross with any ribbon that you prefer, or you could just use nautical rope as well. You could add a jewel to the center, whatever your heart feels that you really want to decorate your cross with. I thought this turned out really sweet. It's not like a super over the top fancy decor piece, but it makes a statement in my heart, and I'm hoping it does in yours as well. Now for this next DIY, this is so super easy. I just have one of these big buckets from Michael's. I'm popping some fun little florals into my bucket, and bam, we have a really fun little easy decor piece. You guys, sometimes I think easy is just okay. Pay a couple bucks more, grab those floral bundles, and boom, you're done. Now, you can make a bow by measuring from your elbow to your wrist. It's going to be about 12 inches. And then just take that ribbon and loop it over on itself. Again, super fast and easy, which I know sometimes that's really in our busy lives what we need is a fast, easy, fun craft. Or if you're doing an event and you need a bunch of these, which I'm actually going to be helping out with the wedding, so I may be showing you guys some bridal decor, fun. So we're going to take and we are going to find the center part of our bow, and we're going to take a twist tie and tie it off, and then twist tie it to the side of the little tin here. And then I'm just going to take and trim that off and then fluffy out my bow. I always tell you guys, like, the secret to my bows is all the fluffing. So give your bow lots of fluffing, make some tails if you please. Have fun with this, get creative. You would use whatever flowers and colors that you love. I've really been leaning into kind of a really pretty romantic style, almost like going back to my roots of shabby chic and cottage. I just feel so romantic this season, I guess, which, you know, hey, I feel romantic a lot of the time, even if there's no romance going on. But I hope that you guys are getting the sentiment of this and are having fun watching me craft. And I'm going to play some pretty music for you guys now. For this next DIY, I want to show you guys how to make a super adorable little springtime bunny candle. So I'm going to take this beautiful napkin. I found this at Walmart actually last season. It's from the Pioneer Woman collection. It has the most beautiful bunnies on it. I'm going to trim that out and Mod Podge it to the front of this candle. So you can grab some flickering flameless candles on Amazon, super easy, or pretty much anywhere, honestly, Walmart, Dollar General, wherever suits your fancy. Dollar Tree used to carry them, but I don't find them there anymore. I'll link some of these in my Amazon store. They come in a 3-pack. They're really great. I think they're about 12 bucks for 3. And gosh, I tell you, I love them because I can have my pets around them or little kids, and you know, nothing happens to them. But anyway, there's my spiel on that. But pop your Mod Podge on there, a nice thin layer. Take the backing off of your napkin for this one, and then just smooth it on there. And then you can add a tiny bit of Mod Podge over it. I'm always careful when Mod Podging on candles, and these are of course faux candles, but that it seems to be easy to tear like the napkin. So just very gently do that, and then add some batteries, and you have a fun little customized candle. I love having candles around. I actually burn real ones and use these faux ones. But I think they're just a nice little romantic touch. Look how pretty this is when it's lit up. It just shows off those bunnies so well. So as always, I ask you guys, let me know what was your favorite DIY in this video. Which one will you be recreating? I love y'all so much, and I'm so thankful that you're having that you're here with me, and I hope you're having a gorgeous, blessed day, and I'll talk to you guys very soon. And here is for all of the Benji Bear fans. He got a new little banana toy at Target. He has to show it off to you guys. So say hello to Benji Bear. We love y'all and we're thankful and blessed to have you here. So thank you all so much for joining me on another fun and fabulous crafty decor adventure. It is such a true blessing and honor to have you all here. If you all are new, welcome. I'm Olivias, Olivias Romantic Home, and I love to share with you guys how you can make your home's boutique gorgeous on a budget. I truly believe that you do not have to break the bank to have a fabulous, amazing home. And for everybody that comes back and loves on me and that has just loved on me this whole YouTube journey, I've been on YouTube, I think this is going to be my 4th season. Thank you guys for being here. The fact that you guys enjoy my videos and my voice and my crafting and my encouragement, I am so blessed and honored to just bring what I love to your homes and your friends and family. So I just wanted to encourage you guys to keep up the good work, crafting and decorating, and no matter where you're at in your life's journey, keep putting one foot in front of the other. I know that there's a lot going on, especially in the last couple of years in our world for everybody. I don't think anybody has been unaffected. So I just want to bring grace and then love to your situation wherever you're at, and know that you are loved and prayed for. And if you guys need prayer, drop it in the prayer in the comment section below. Remember, we all have a voice for good if we're on a social media platform, which you guys are on a social media platform right now watching this video. So when you're interacting with your friends and loved ones online, please remember to be kind. Always leave kind comments, because you don't know what anybody is going through in one day or the next day or the next. And so when we leave our indelible footprint of goodness and grace and mercy and kindness when we are speaking to one another, whether it be text or online or in a comment section, just remember that those words echo forever. So I just want to encourage you guys in that manner, and also just tell you guys I love you all so much. I'm so thankful to have you all here. I would love to have you guys be part of my Olivias Romantic Home community here. All you have to do is subscribe to the YouTube channel, punch that bell, and if you click all, it will update you every single time I post a new video. I post several DIY videos a week on YouTube, as well as several a day over on Facebook. Now, I do have an Olivias Romantic Home Facebook page. I also have a free group page you all can join and post photos of your home decor and DIY projects. Now, listen, I'm a one-woman show, so it's just me and my camera and you guys, so always please give me grace as much as possible. I do as much as I can to keep up with all of this, but maintaining my authentic just goodness of bringing what I have just straight directly to you. So anyway, thank you guys for being here. I love y'all so, so, so much. I am so thankful for you. So remember, until our next video, be kind to yourselves and be kind to one another. We'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye-bye.